Thank you very much, So we have joining us now Dr. Mrs. Kehinde Nwani for an educating conversation. Now, she is a certified John Maxwell coach, trainer, speaker, and also social entrepreneur who has a passion for national transformation and believes that education can be used as a viable tool for societal development. You are welcome, ma'am. It's so good to have you here.
Thanks, you.
And I must commend that dress. Yes, she is present here today with her supporters team right behind us. So, yes, just to cheer her on. You need that sometimes.
I do.
Yes, so, Doctor, let's talk about development. Let's talk about why you choose education as the vehicle or as the tool.
So why education? Why education at all? I would start with that. And I would say that what I always say, you know, is why not education? Why not education as a profession, as a tool for societal transformation? Why not? My journey in life, I've heard people ask me that over and over. When I went into university, actually, I went to study education for 1 year, and I kept hearing that in the university. Why are you studying education? Why can't you, think of another profession? Eventually, I changed to law. And I, studied law, practiced law for quite a number of years. But I needed to follow my passion and, change to education. Now, when I was changing, the lawyers kept asking again, why education? Why education? Education is my passion. Education is my calling. It's my purpose. It's my sweet spot. And when I discovered it, I realized that I could actually use it and use the tools to transform the society. Because really, education is necessary, is something we cannot.
One way you can actually reach out and touch the people.
That's it. So, yeah.
But we have a certain perception about teachers, however. What can be done to change that perception about teachers in society?
I think that's my calling. And, there's so many things we can do. You know, one question I think people don't think about is, and I'd like you to think about it for a minute. What's going to happen? Let's even look at Nigeria. What's going to happen in 20, 30 years? All the young children do not want to teach. I mean, less than 1% of young children want to become teachers. So what is going to happen? And I feel that if we look at what happened with COVID, by now we would realize that technology is not going to take over education, especially for the very young ones. So what's going to happen? So that question is so key. We need to try and elevate this profession. We need to, try and change the perception of people, making them realize the importance of and the nobility of the profession. So what can we do? I think, first of all, the federal government, state governments can start talking about education. You know, anytime I'm in the UK or the US, you actually see adverts talking about the nobility of the profession. People, trying to encourage the young ones. We can start.
That is missing here in Nigeria.
It's missing. Nobody's talking about it. And we will. After a number of years, we're going to find out that we don't have teachers anymore because the young ones don't want to become teachers.
Because we aren't training people to actually change this perspective. Which brings me to that point. Regarding training, you've gone through so much. Is there anything that can be done when it comes to training here? Yeah.
So, training, I'm a trainer, and I believe that part of what we can do to even elevate the profession is the training of teachers to be very professional. We need to make sure they're professional people and give them autonomy and things like that. That comes when you can have autonomy. I can trust you to change things when you are well-trained and you know your onions. So that's what I do. I train teachers. I train teachers to be leaders. I train school leaders to become better. Actually, I train leaders. So just understanding leadership is influence, leadership, So
I also think that when you train people, you empower them. When you empower people, you give them a sense of pride.
That's it.
If that's missing, then,
You can hold your head up high. And that's what I tell the people in the profession, hold your head up high. You're a professional like the lawyer or the doctor. You are a professional. So once you're well-trained, you know your stuff. You hold your head up high.
So it's one thing to empower the teachers by training them. It's another thing to also push in society that teachers are our sense of pride, that teachers are worth it, that teachers are valuable. So I'm asking this in terms of the student-teacher relationship. As much as we train the teachers, how do we make students also understand that teachers are that valuable?
Yeah, first of all, I feel that teachers themselves must understand, you know, that you cannot do anything with the children if you do not become friends with them. Friends, they must see that you care. And when, you know, students are so innocent,
yes.
you know, when they see that care, when they see the love, when they see that you know your stuff, children would know. I'm sure you know. Children know when you are bluffing.
You're being genuine.
Yes, and you know, your comportment, the way you carry yourself, they would respect you. They will appreciate you. But basically, I would say, is that sense of, you know, friendship. They know that, oh, there's a relationship. And when you do that, to be honest, children will listen to you.
Do you think the government is doing enough when it comes to teachers in Nigeria?
They're not. That's just what I said. You know, I need them to elevate this profession. I need them to speak up, you know, excuse me, making sure that the society begins to, you know, the narrative must change. They need to, welfare of the teachers, benefits given to them, you know, recognition. I must say Lagos State is trying. It's Lagos State. I must give it up to Lagos State. They're really trying. So, yeah.
Well, Dr. Nwani, it's good to have you here. It's good to see that someone's taking the charge to actually push this profession and make sure that people see it as one of value. It definitely is, in fact, invaluable, teachers. Yes. And yeah, their reward is not in heaven. In fact, I'd like to think that their reward is here and that you're helping them attain it.
It is.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nwani, for coming. It's a pleasure to have sat down here and had this conversation with you.
Thank you.
And we hope to see advancement in your efforts.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do stay tuned. We've got more coming your way inside of Wake Up Nigeria.